The Kraft Foods Company presents Harold Perry as the Great Gildersleeve. The Great Gildersleeve is brought to you by the Kraft Foods Company, makers of Parquet margarine. Millions of women all over America serve Parquet because it tastes so good. Why, Parquet tastes like it should cost twice as much.
To market, to get some Parquet. Home again, try it today. You'll like it, you'll love it, like millions who say their favorite margarine is
Parkay, Parquet margarine, made by Kraft. Anyone who knows the Great Gildersleeve knows that whenever a difficult situation presents itself, he can be counted upon for the right solution. So last week, when he found a 6-month-old baby in his car, he didn't hesitate 1 minute to say,
"Wow, I better call my lawyer."
Judge Hooker advised that Gildersleeve take the baby home with him, temporarily.
Well, temporarily.
But, as babies have a way of doing, the little one quickly worked her way into the great man's ample heart. And, like the man who came to dinner, we find her still here for breakfast, 7 days later.
Boy, am I hungry. Leroy, up and at 'em. Time to get up.
Oh, Unc, it's still dark.
It wouldn't be if you'd come out from under the covers. It's 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock? What are you doing up so early?
Well, Papa Robin has another mouth to feed. Can't wait to see the little tyke. Never saw a baby change so much from day to day. Marjorie, breakfast. Hurry up with the bath.
There's the baby.
Baby?
She's having a morning bath.
Oh, it's you, Bertie. Didn't think Baby had learned to talk overnight.
Have her out in a minute, Mr. Gildersleeve. As soon as I dry her off and oil her up.
That's all right, Bertie. Take your time. By George, there's nothing like having a little baby in the house. Keeps everybody on their toes. Guess I'll sit down and wait for breakfast.
Morning, Uncle Mort.
Oh, good morning, Marjorie. You're up early. And ironing.
Well, I've been up since 6 o'clock.
Why 6?
The baby slept in my room last night, remember?
Oh. Well, she could sleep in mine, Marjorie, but you know how quickly she picks up things. I wouldn't want the baby to learn to snore at 6 months.
Oh, I really don't mind, Unky. Of course, I haven't seen the crowd for a week.
Well, my dear, when there's a new baby in the house, we all have to make sacrifices. Where's breakfast?
She's up bathing the baby.
Oh, yes. Well, I can wait. A man doesn't have much self-control if he can't wait 15 minutes for breakfast, I always say. Well, 15 minutes must be about up. At least since I came downstairs. I'll just step out and see if Bertie started anything. Good. There's something bubbling on the back of the stove. Smells like oatmeal. Boiled milk bottles. At least somebody's going to eat. Well, I may as well set out the eggs for Bertie. Anything to help. Hey, wonder if we have any of those little canned sausages in the pantry. Yeah. Let's see. Strained spinach. Strained string beans. Strained liver. Strained liver? Doesn't sound very good with eggs. Might make a little strained liver omelet. No.
Hi, Unc. What's for breakfast?
Oh, Leroy, we're waiting to find out. Bertie will be down in a minute.
Gosh, wish she'd hurry. She can't expect a little kid to go off to school half-starved, can she?
You might try it that way, Leroy. You haven't become a quiz kid on a full stomach.
But, Unc, if I don't eat pretty soon, I might faint. What if I fainted right in class? Right in the middle of arithmetic class? Hey, there's an idea.
Leroy. I forbid you to faint in arithmetic class. You can patiently wait for breakfast like the rest of us. Where is that Bertie?
You see, Unc, that's all we do around here since that baby came. Wait. Wait for breakfast, wait for the bathroom.
Now, my boy.
Why doesn't she go home?
Leroy, we don't know where her home is, that's why. Until we find her mother, baby's welcome to stay here as long as she likes. Let's remember that. and we'll all cooperate.
That's all I do, cooperate.
Leroy would run downstairs and get some clothespins for baby.
You see, Uncle, millionaire.
Well, Bertie, I suppose we'll have a little breakfast now, eh?
Yes, sir. Sorry you're having to wait, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Well, I am a little hungry.
So's Bertie. I don't know how a 16-pound baby can wear out a 160-pound woman, but I'm bushed.
160 pounds, Bertie.
Well, oh, that baby sure is a little darling. You ought to see her in there playing with her toes.
Yeah, she's pretty cute, all right, Bertie. I'll get out the eggs.
Here's the iron, Bertie.
You got all that done already, Miss Marjorie?
Well, I want to go over to Francie's tonight. I've hardly been out of the house.
That's a good idea, my dear. We've all been doing yeoman service since the baby came. Eggs, Bertie. But we must have our recreation, too.
That's right, Mr. Gildersleeve. I sure am glad it's my night off.
Fine, you deserve it. Now, how about... What? Wait a minute. If you and Marjorie are both going out, who's going to stay with baby tonight? Oh, Leroy.
Uncle Mort, you can't ask Leroy to stay with the baby. Why can't you stay?
Me? The Jolly Boys are getting together. I need recreation, too.
Why? What have you done for the baby?
Well, I found her, didn't I? Not only that, I've... Marjorie, women know how to take care of babies better than men.
All right, Unky. You go to your Jolly Boys meeting. I'll stay home if you're afraid to stay with the baby.
Afraid? Who's afraid? I can take care of a baby as well as any woman.
Why, thanks, Uncle Mort.
What? She...
Call me, Uncle?
Yes, Leroy. We men are going to stay with the baby tonight. Have a lot of fun.
Gosh, Uncle, I can't. The scrub team is holding skull practice. Coach's orders.
Skull practice, eh? Yeah, you better go, all right.
Uncle Mort, why don't you ask Miss Fairchild to come over and help you sit with the baby?
That would be nice, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Yeah. You two like to sit in the parlor anyway and talk baby talk.
It so happens, Marjorie, it so happens, Leroy, that... It so happens, everybody, that Miss Fairchild is not available. Her flower and garden club meets tonight. Besides, we don't sit in the parlor and talk baby talk. Leroy, careful. I haven't had my breakfast. Bertie, how about those eggs? I have a feeling I was trapped into staying with a baby tonight. Well, if you get trapped, trap somebody else. Oh, good morning, Judge.
Hello, Gildy.
And how are you this fine morning?
My, what's come over you bouncing in here like one of little Abner's big fat schmoos?
Oh, goat. Just on my way to the office and stopped in to see you, Horace. Haven't been seeing enough of you lately. How'd you like to come over to my house tonight?
But, Gildy, the fellas are getting together at the Jolly Boys tonight.
Jolly Boys? Who wants to go up there?
What?
Judge, how long has it been since you and I got together for a friendly game of checkers?
Well, it has been quite some time.
We had a lot of fun, old friend. You're pretty good, but I'll bet I could beat you, you old rascal.
Oh, no, you couldn't.
Oh, yes, I could.
Gildy, I've always beaten you, and I could do it tonight if we were playing, which we're not.
And remember those delicious midnight snacks? Remember, Horace, that food?
Gildy, I hope I haven't given you the impression that I was turning down your invitation.
Oh, no.
I'd pass up the Jolly Boys any time for some of Bertie's delectable cheese rarebit.
Bertie?
One of the main reasons I like to come over is Bertie's cooking. But I won't be over, Gildy.
What?
Because I just happen to remember it's Bertie's night out. Oh? Just because you're stuck at home with a baby, you want to stick your friends.
Well, that doesn't include you, Hooker. I wouldn't ask you to come over and help me take care of the baby ever.
Now, Gildy, don't take that attitude.
Why? Do you want to come over?
No.
Well, I wouldn't ask you. Goodbye, you hungry old goat. That Hooker. He thinks I'm going to stay alone just because he's going up to the Jolly Boys Club. I'll invite the Jolly Boys over to my house. Hello, Peavy.
Hello, Mr. Gildersleeve. What can I do for you?
Peavy, I just got a great idea.
You don't say.
Yep. Peavy, will you stop stacking that chewing gum and listen?
Very well. That seems to be one of the reasons I'm here, Mr. Gildersleeve, to listen to great ideas. Shoot.
Well, how would you like
That's one of the things I had to learn early in life.
What?
To be a good listener.
Oh. Well, how would you like...
One thing you don't learn out of a book at pharmacy school.
What's that?
To be a good listener.
Well, for heaven's sakes, listen then. How would you and the Jolly Boys like to meet over at my house?
Well, it might be nice sometime. What was your great idea?
That's it. I'm inviting you fellows over to my house tonight.
Oh?
Sure. It so happens I'm staying home with the baby anyway.
Your baby?
Yeah. We'll all have a lot of fun, Peavy. Pass the baby around, let everybody hold it a little while. You'd like that, wouldn't you?
Well, I wouldn't say that. Women come in here every day with babies and expect me to cater to them.
Yeah, and I've seen you, Peavy. You're great with babies.
Well, infants do seem to kind of take to me. They just look at me and start to laugh. And when they start to cry, all I have to do is go woogie, 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 and they stop.
Oh? Does that work, Peavy?
Well, in severe cases, I sometimes get a toy off the shelf. Sell a few that way, too.
Great. You'll be a handy man to have around the house, Peavy. I'll expect you at 8 tonight.
Oh, well, thank you, Mr. Gildersleeve, but I'm afraid I can't make it.
What's this?
I'm afraid I'll have to pass up the Jolly Boys tonight.
Peavy, you're just saying that.
No, Mrs. Peavy is saying it.
What?
Mrs. Peavy's parrot has the pip. She's been after me to stay home and doctor it.
Oh, my goodness, a parrot with a pip. Well, I see I can't count on the Jolly Boys.
Well, of course, if the pip gets better, I could bring the bird over to your house.
Don't give it a second thought, Peavy. I'll stay with the baby alone. Goodbye.
Back to the great Gildersleeve in just a minute. You know, Bertie, who's pretty important in the Gildersleeve household, is a great booster for a certain delicious spread you've heard about. And I'll bet there are a lot of reasons she likes it.
No, sir, Mr. Wall. I like parquet for one reason, because it tastes so good.
Bertie, I can't argue with that.
That parquet tastes like it should cost twice as much.
Well, maybe our friends would like to know why. Parquet, which costs only about half as much as the most costly spreads, is prepared as carefully as a rare luxury food. Only selected products of American farms are used in making it. That's why parquet has such a sweet, light flavor and makes such a delicious topping for waffles, French toast, muffins, biscuits, as well as bread. And parquet nourishes you while pleasing your palate. Every pound's got all kinds of food value, plus 15,000 units of essential vitamin A.
It tastes so good, that's why I'm a booster. Tastes like it should cost twice as much.
So, friends, ask for parquet tomorrow. As Bertie says, it tastes like it should cost twice as much. Parquet, P-A-R-K-A-Y, Parquet margarine, made by Kraft. Well, you can't say the great Gildersleeve didn't try to get out of staying home alone with the baby tonight. But now that the hour approaches, he faces it as only a great man can.
Look at the little cutie smile at me. Tickle, tickle, tickle. Does baby like that?
Uncle Mort, I'm leaving now.
Goodbye, Margie. We'll have fun, won't we, baby? Yeah, wait! Wait, Marjorie!
What?
Look, I taught her something. Look.
Uncle Mort, don't you think you ought to let the baby get to sleep now? I had her all tucked in.
Well, I was just tickling one toe back in.
There. Come on into the living room now, Uncle Mort.
No, sir. If I'm going to be responsible for this child tonight, I'm going to be responsible. I'm sitting right here by the crib.
But, Uncle Mort, you'll be all right here in the den. Well, you can leave the door part way open and enjoy yourself in the living room.
Marjorie, if I wanted to enjoy myself, I'd be at the Jolly Boys. I'm sitting right here taking care of this helpless little baby. Hand me a few of those cigars.
Uncle Mort, you can't smoke those awful black things in here.
These El Lobos aren't very black. It's just the smoke they make.
Come along. Oh, look, she's dozing off. Let's tiptoe out.
Well, all right.
Shh.
There.
Good night, Unky. See you later.
Good night, my dear. Have a good time.
Thank you, I will.
Fine little family. Oh, Leroy! Try to be more quiet.
What?
Try to be more quiet. Don't you know there's a baby in the house?
Okay. Sorry, Unc. Good night.
Good night, my boy. And don't slam the door. Well, if that didn't wake her, nothing will. Might just go into the living room and light up a cigar. I'll blow the smoke out toward the kitchen.
I'm off, Mr. Gildersleeve. I just stacked the dishes, but don't you do anything about them.
Don't worry, I won't. Have a good time, Bertie.
Thank you, sir. Want me to look in on baby before I go?
No, thanks. Marjorie and I just did that. Everything's going to be all right.
Well, in case it ain't, I got some do's and don'ts here for you.
Some won'ts?
Well, when you check on baby, be sure the covers are tucked in, but loosely tucked in. I learned that out of a government pamphlet.
Oh?
And it's right, because the WPA put it out.
The WPA. Oh, yeah.
And when she rolls into a different position, you better check to see that she's not sleeping the wrong way on her ears, because if she does, sometimes they curl.
Oh, what's this, Bertie?
But don't you worry about it, Mr. Gildersleeve. You just keep checking.
Maybe I better check now.
And here's some books to help you.
Books?
I knew you wouldn't want to worry if anything went wrong.
Let's see those.
Now, here's one that takes in everything, Mr. Gildersleeve, from infancy to adolescence.
Adolescence? How long you going to be gone, Bertie?
Oh, I'll be back around by midnight, Mr. Gildersleeve. Now, don't you worry about a thing.
Worry? Oh, no, I won't.
That's all you got to do. Just keep checking. Now, don't you worry about a thing.
I'll try not to.
That's good. Just keep checking. You ain't got nothing to worry about.
All right, Bertie.
You know all you got to do, Mr. Gildersleeve? That's right. Just keep checking. Don't worry about it.
Oh, well. A lot of books here. Let's see. What to do till baby come. How did that get in there? Here's one that Bertie recommended. Chapter 1. Care of the child. Do not prop small babies or hold in sitting position. It tends to make the shoulders round, chest hollow, and stomach big. Wish they'd put this book out when I was a baby. Let's see what's over here. Childhood ailments. Ailments? Every child should have a health examination twice a year. Twice a year? That's every 6 months. She's at least 6 months old. Should have had it done today. Better go check. But I'm not going to worry. Well, look at her. Sleeping like a baby. Can't be much wrong. She isn't crying. Maybe she's too sick to cry. Better feel her little forehead. Baby, are you all right? She doesn't answer. Wonder if I should shake her a little. Baby, are you all right? Speak to me. Oh, she's all right, all right. Now how do I turn her off? Oh, my goodness. I'm going to wear out the carpet this way. Oh, what a pair of lungs. Must be a strong, healthy baby to be able to cry like that. But, baby, be reasonable. I'm trying to make you go to sleep. Oh, maybe I'd better call Peavy. Easy does it, baby. We're calling Mr. Peavy. He'll know what to do. Let's see. How do you dial a telephone while holding a baby in one arm and the receiver in the other? Maybe I can dial with my elbow. No, the holes aren't big enough. No, baby, don't you dial. Catch your little finger. Having fun, eh? Well, maybe I won't have to call Peavy after all. All right. I'll call him. Baby, stop pulling that cord. The phone's slipping. Oh. You scared yourself. A man can't phone this way. Come on, back to the crib, honey. There now. I'll be right back. Oh, brother. Well, come on. It's ringing, Peavy. Answer it.
Peavy's residence. Mr. Peavy speaking.
I know that. Peavy, you've had a lot of experience with babies. How do you make them stop crying?
Well, Mr. Gildersleeve, that all depends. What seems to make the baby cry?
Well, nothing. I just shook her a little.
How's that?
I woke her up to see if she was all right, and I can't get her back to sleep. Come over and help me.
Well, Mr. Gildersleeve, I'm in my nightcap.
At 9 o'clock? Peavy, I'm here alone. You've got to help me. I appeal to you as a friend. As a jolly boy. As a customer.
I'll be right over.
Good old Peavy. I wonder who that is. Peavy can't move that fast. Adeline.
Hello, Throckmorton.
I thought you were at your garden club meeting.
I just got home and I saw your lights on, so I thought I'd come over.
Adeline, come in. I need you.
Oh, you do, Throckmorton?
Yeah, I can't get the baby back to sleep.
Oh, well, where is she?
In the den. I've tried everything. Here, listen to that.
Oh, you precious little darling. Come to Adeline. I'll wrap you up and we'll take you out in the living room. Oh, such a face she's making.
Yeah, I tried everything I can think of. I walked the floor, bubbled her over my shoulder.
Well, good gracious, it's nothing to worry about. All babies cry.
They do?
Did you sing to her, Throckmorton? My mama used to sing to me.
Sing? Well...
But go on, Throckmorton. Sing her a lullaby.
Lullaby? I don't know many of those. How about Lullaby of Broadway?
No lullaby, silly. No. How about Little Buckaroo? You know that. Hold baby while I get to the piano.
Hurry, Adeline. Close your sleepy eyes, my little buckaroo, while the light of western skies is shining down on you. Yeah, seems to be working. Don't you know it's time for bed? Another day is through. So go to sleep, my little buckaroo. Look, Adeline. Don't you realize, my little buckaroo, it was from a little acorn that the oak tree grew. And remember, Uncle Mort was once a kid like you. So go to sleep, my little buckaroo. Soon you're gonna ride the range like grown-up cowgirls do. Now it's time that you were rounding up a dream or two. I taught her that. So go to sleep, my little buckaroo. She's asleep, Adeline. Let's tiptoe into the den, huh?
Put her down gently, Throckmorton.
Yeah, there.
Look at that sweet little smile.
Adeline, I don't know what I would have done tonight if you hadn't come over. Been trying to get her asleep for an hour.
Oh, poor itsy bitsy boy.
Adeline,
Yes?
I'm glad you dropped in.
Well, so am I.
We're all alone.
Yes?
Nobody's looking.
Oh, you?
Adeline. Zeke. Excuse me, Adeline. Doorbell. Who could be calling at this hour? Yes?
Good evening, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Peavy, what are you doing here?
I brought a little something to quiet the baby. You just wind it up and put it on the floor.
But Peavy.
A mechanical duck.
Oh, Peavy, stop it.
Now, where's the baby?
Peavy, the baby's already asleep. Oh, my goodness. Go to sleep, my little buckaroo. Peavy, catch that duck. Go to sleep, my
We'll be back with the great Gildersleeve again very shortly. Did you ever take a piping hot piece of toast, add a touch of parquet, and pop it into your mouth? Well, that's when you really get the full parquet flavor. That's when you know that parquet has been prepared like a rare luxury food. Because parquet margarine tastes like a luxury, tastes like it should cost twice as much. It makes a wonderful topping for everything from pancakes to bread. And parquet is nourishing, too, and fortified with vitamin A. For nourishment, economy, and flavor, serve parquet, the margarine that tastes like it should cost twice as much. Ask for parquet, Parkay, parquet margarine made by Kraft.
Well,
Well,
certainly seems quiet in here now.
certainly does.
Yes, it certainly does.
Peavy, let me thank you once again for coming over this evening.
Oh, don't mention it, Mr. Gildersleeve.
You sure Mrs. Peavy isn't getting lonesome? This must be a very dull evening for you.
Well, no, I wouldn't say that. Care for another peppermint, Miss Fairchild?
You're very thoughtful, Mr. Peavy. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Oh, good night, folks.
The Great Gildersleeve is played by Harold Perry, Adeline Fairchild by Miss Una Merkel. The show was written by John Elliott and Andy White with music by Jack Meakin. Included in the cast are Walter Tetley, Mary Lee Robb, Lillian Randolph, Earl Ross, and Richard LeGrand. This is John Wall saying goodnight for the Kraft Foods Company, makers of the famous line of Kraft quality food products.
Me too. Good night.
Be sure to listen in next Wednesday and every Wednesday for the further adventures of the Great Gildersleeve.
Here's a suggestion to every homemaker. It's how to cut the cost of main dishes. Be a smart menu maker. Cook with cheese often. Cheese prices have come down. And cheese is a protein food, a main dish food. Actually, ounce for ounce, there is no other basic food that matches cheese for high quality, complete protein, for calcium, phosphorus, and other nutrients from milk. And Kraft's varieties of pasteurized processed cheese cook perfectly. There's medium mellow Kraft American and sharp Old English. Or for rich yet mild cheddar flavor, get Kraft's delicious cheese food Velveeta. To help balance your food budget, serve thrifty golden cheese main dishes often.
This is NBC, the national broadcasting company.
The Kraft Foods Company presents Harold Perry as the Great Gildersleeve. The Great Gildersleeve is brought to you by the Kraft Foods Company, makers of Parquet margarine. Millions of women all over America serve Parquet because it tastes so good. Why, Parquet tastes like it should cost twice as much.
To market, to get some Parquet. Home again, try it today. You'll like it, you'll love it, like millions who say their favorite margarine is
Parkay, Parquet margarine, made by Kraft. Well, for the past 2 weeks now, the Gildersleeve household has had a new look and also a few new sounds. Yes, the little mystery baby that someone left in the Great Gildersleeve's car is practically a member of the family now. And the great man is behaving very much like a proud father.
Hello there, little girl. Kitchy, 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 coo. You're cute. They haven't found your mother yet, baby, but don't you worry. We'll take good care of you until they do. And I've got a surprise for you. We're going to take your picture today. I'm going down to Peavy's and get some film right now. Would you like to have your little picture taken? Ooh, she called me Daddy. Good morning, Peavy.
Hello, Mr. Gildersleeve. And what is your pleasure?
I want to roll a film for my brownie.
All right.
Going to take the baby's picture.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Want to get a picture before she gets too big. I've never seen a baby grow so fast. Why, she gained half an ounce yesterday.
Don't say. Well, here's your film.
Just charge it, please. I want to hurry up and get these pictures taken.
Mr. Gildersleeve, would you like me to load the camera for you?
Load it? Oh, I guess I can do it.
Well, there's no extra charge. Part of our friendly service.
Oh, all right. You can probably do it faster than I can.
Well, it's a very simple operation. You merely open the back lid, then pull out the inside. Seems to be stuck. Oh, I forgot to pull out this little doojigger on the side.
Peavy, will you hurry it up a little, please?
As I say, it's a very simple operation. You pull it out like this. Now we're ready to put in the film.
Good.
First, we take the film out of the package.
That's a good idea.
Now, according to instructions, we insert this little tab in spool A. Now, which one is spool A?
Peavy, hurry up, will you? You know the sun goes down at 5 o'clock.
Let's see here. Now, this one could be spool A. No.
Oh, for goodness.
Good morning, Mr. Peavy.
Oh, good morning, Mrs. Pinckney. What can I do for you?
I just want a tube of toothpaste, please.
Very well.
Peavy, I was here first, and I'm in a hurry.
This'll just take a moment, Mr. Gildersleeve. Now, what size tube did you want, Mrs. Pinckney?
What sizes do you have?
Well, there's the small, medium, and large economy size.
Small, medium, and large economy size?
That's right. Small, medium, and large economy size.
Small, medium, large. Why doesn't he hurry up?
Mr. Peavy, what's the difference between them?
Well, one's small, one's medium, and one is rather large.
Excuse me, Madam Peavy. If you'll just give me back my film, I'll load the camera myself.
Just a moment, Mr. Gildersleeve. Now, what size did you want, Mrs. Pinckney?
Well, I don't know. What size toothpaste do you use, Mr. Peavy?
I use tooth powder myself.
Ye gods.
Oh. Well, what sizes does the tooth powder come in?
Well, that comes in 3 sizes, too. Small, medium, and large.
Oh, for goodness.
Would you like some tooth powder?
Well, I just can't make up my mind. I think I'll just let it go now and stop in on my way home. Good day, Mr. Peavy.
Good day, Mrs. Pinckney. Thank you, and call again.
Peavy, give me that film. I'll load the camera myself.
All right, Mr. Gildersleeve, if you want to.
I never saw anyone as slow as you. Peavy, do you know what you are? You're an old turtle.
Well, no, I wouldn't say that.
Oh, you are.
Wonder what's the matter with him.
All right, Marjorie. Now try to hold the baby still now. And look at the camera. You too, baby.
Hurry up. Take it, Unky.
Now, just a moment now. Let me look in here. Oh. Marjorie, move down one step. I've got your head cut off.
All right.
That's it. Now hold it. I got it.
Well, how about taking my picture now, huh?
Not now, Leroy. I want to get a few more of the baby first.
Okay.
Hold still, Marjorie. Hold still, baby. Look at the birdie. That was a good one. Now, let's get one of the baby on the lawn. Put her on the blanket, Marjorie.
All right.
Unc, aren't you going to take one of me now?
Not now, Leroy. And move back. You're throwing a shadow on the baby.
Oh, for corn's sake.
All right, baby. A big smile now. Look at Birdie. Look at the birdie.
You coming, Miss Gildersleeve?
No, Birdie. All right, baby. Hold it now. Now, this time, let's try one of the babies sitting up.
Unc.
Huh?
You said you were going to take my picture. I got all dressed up, combed my hair and everything.
Oh, well, all right, Leroy.
Where do you want me to stand? Over here by the porch?
That's all right, I guess.
I'll just kind of lean against the railing like this. Do I look okay?
Mm-hmm.
Is my tie straight?
Yes?
Okay, I'll shoot it.
Oh, I can't, Leroy.
Huh? Why not?
I see I've just one film left. I want to get a picture of the baby lying on her stomach.
The baby. Everything's a baby.
Oh, you're just jealous.
I am not.
You are, too.
Now, Leroy, we've got a whole album of you. But if you insist, I'll take your picture.
You don't have to. I don't want my old picture taken anyhow. That's sissy stuff. You don't have to take my picture.
Okay, I won't.
Huh? You won't take my picture!
Oh, I give up.
Oh, hi, Craig.
What are you all dressed up for, Leroy? What are you all dressed up for?
None of your business.
I know. You were taking pictures, weren't you?
So what?
I was looking out our window. I saw you.
So what?
I didn't see your uncle take any pictures of you.
I didn't want any pictures.
He just took pictures of the baby.
I said I didn't want any pictures.
I bet your uncle likes the baby better than he does you.
Huh?
I bet he does.
I'll bet he doesn't. My uncle likes me 1,000,000 times better.
Then why didn't he take your picture?
I'll go home and tell your mother she wants you.
Why didn't he take your picture?
Because I didn't want him to. Now beat it.
Nobody took your picture. Nobody took your picture. Nobody...
Beat it, you little squirt! Little squirt? Why doesn't he mind his own business? Who cares about an old picture anyway? That's for girls... Oh, there you are. Think you're smart, don't you? Suppose you think Uncle likes you better than he does me. He does not. Uncle and me are pals. He takes me to the movies. And we go fishing together. I bet he wouldn't take you fishing. He wouldn't catch anything anyhow. Uncle do anything for me.
Oh, Leroy.
Yeah?
I want to ask you something, my boy.
Sure, what is it?
Well, Bertie and I were talking over, and we decided the baby ought to sleep in your room.
What?
Well, it's the sunniest room in the house, and the baby needs a lot of sun, you know.
I'm not going to sleep in the same room with a baby.
That's right. We're moving you into the sewing room.
Sewing room?
We'll fix it all up for you. You can move your pennants and your little radio and your turtle.
I'm not going to sleep in the sewing room.
Now, Leroy.
Why can't the baby sleep in there?
I told you she needs the sunshine.
What about me? I need sunshine, too.
You've got enough freckles now. You'll be all right in the sewing room.
What you care? All you care about is a baby.
Now, that's ridiculous.
I don't have to sleep here at all if you don't want me to.
What?
I'll move.
What are you talking about?
I'll move out in the backyard in my clubhouse.
Now, Leroy.
Yes, I will.
Well, I don't think you'll be very comfortable out there in that old packing box.
I don't care. I'm going to live out there forever.
Well, in that case, we'll forward your mail.
Well, I'm going to get my things and move right now.
All right, drop in and see us sometime.
Let the baby have my room. I don't care. I'll never come back.
Leroy.
Yeah?
Before you move out there forever, better take off your good suit. Kids. Well, Bertie, how's supper coming?
Just about done, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Smells awfully good.
Mr. Gildersleeve, don't you think you ought to get Leroy in now?
What? Is he still out in that clubhouse?
Yes, sir. He's been out there all afternoon. Said he wasn't never coming back.
Well, I remember I ran away from home once when I was a kid. I wasn't ever coming back either. But I was back at the table by supper time.
Yes, but you got a big appetite than Leroy.
All right, Bertie, I'll go out and get him.
That's good.
Grab your coat and get your hat. Leave your worry on the door. Well, there's his little clubhouse. What's that sign on it? Beware. Headquarters of the Black Hands. Black Hands, huh? That's Leroy, all right. Wonder what he's doing in there. Leroy. Are you in there, my boy? Leroy. Guess he's pouting. Suppose I'll have to go in there. How do you get in there? Looks like they've got it dug out. It's the only way to get into that little tunnel. Could have made this hole a little bigger. Now, if I can just get my stomach in. Glad I'm doing this before supper. Dark in here. What's that? Is that you, Leroy? Oh, a cat. Kitty, one of us will have to get out of here. Go away now. Scat. Well, if I can just... There. I made it. Oh, hello, Leroy. Leroy, aren't you going to say hello to your old uncle?
Hello.
Nice little place you got here. Oh, my head. Could be a little roomier. Leroy, it's supper time.
I know.
Bertie's got roast beef, and she made an apple pie just for you.
I'm not hungry.
Oh? We're all waiting for you in there. Marjorie, Bertie, me, and the baby. I mean me.
I won't come in.
Now, Leroy, we mustn't be stubborn.
I won't come in.
That's a fine way to act. After your old uncle went to all this trouble and crawled in here to get you.
I won't come in.
Ye gods, can't you say anything else?
I won't come in.
All right, then. Don't come in. I can be just as stubborn as you can, young man. You can just stay out here and you get good and tired of it. I'm going in. Oh! How did I ever get through here in the first place? Oh, my goodness, I'm stuck. The cat's back again. Kitty, go away. Kitty! Help, Leroy!
I won't come in.
Oh, Kitty, stop licking my face. Kitty, that tickles.
We'll join the great Gildersleeve again in just a minute. Now, I'd like some help from Bertie. Bertie?
Yes, sir, Mr. Wall?
Let's see if I can say everything about parquet in 30 words or so.
Mm-hmm.
Parquet is a grand food to eat. It costs about half as much as the most costly spreads. Yet it gives you all of their nutrition.
That's the way you say it. That ain't the way I'd say it.
Anyway, Bertie, that's the way
I'd say it just plain tastes good. Tastes like it should cost twice as much.
Well, you'd be right about that. Parquet is prepared like a rare luxury food. Only selected products of American farms are used in making it. That's why parquet has such a sweet, light flavor. whether you spread it on waffles or biscuits, pancakes or bread.
That's the way you say it, ain't the way I say it.
But, Bertie...
Tastes so good, that's what I'd say. It tastes like it should cost twice as much.
Well, friends, there's one thing Bertie and I completely agree on. We'd like you to try Parkay. Parkay, Parkay margarine made by Kraft.
Because it tastes like it should cost twice as much.
Well, the Hatfields and the McCoys had nothing on Leroy and the great Gildersleeve. The family feud is still on. It's evening now, and the Gildersleeve family, all except Leroy, that is just finishing a quiet dinner.
Uncle Mort, will you pass the cream, please? Uncle Mort.
Oh, the cream? Here you are.
Thank you. Unky,
Yes?
don't you think you and Leroy are acting pretty silly?
Well, he's acting pretty silly. I'm not.
Uncle Mort?
Well, he is.
He must be awfully hungry by now. Why don't you go out and talk to him?
I did once, my dear. He's just being stubborn, that's all.
Oh, but I know he'd come in now if you'd ask him.
No, absolutely not. If he wants to sit out there and sulk, I'll get it, Bertie. That's the judge. He insisted on coming over to play checkers tonight, the old goat. Well, come on. Oh, Craig, what do you want?
Where's Leroy?
Leroy? Why, what do you want him for?
My mother said I could play for an hour. Where's Leroy?
Well, you can't see him right now, Craig, so run along.
I will not.
Come on now, get your foot out of the door.
I will not.
You little pest. Go on home now, Craig. It's Betty-bye time.
It is not. Why can't Leroy come out and play?
Because he can't, that's why.
You're mean to Leroy.
What?
You won't let him come out and play.
Now, look here.
You're a mean man and you're fat, too.
Oh. You get out of here.
You're mean, you're fat, and you walk like a duck.
I do not. I mean, get out of here.
Yes, you do. You walk like a duck.
You get out of here and don't come back.
Quack, 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 quack.
Beat it.
Quack, quack.
Scram.
Quack.
You little...
Quack, 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 quack.
Only Bullard could raise a kid like that. Walk like a duck. That's ridiculous, I think. Oh, he's back again, is he? Why, that little... I walk like a duck, do I?
What?
Oh, hello, Judge.
Why, you don't walk like a duck, Gildy. You walk more like a baby elephant.
Come on in, you old goat.
Thank you, I will. See, you're just finishing dinner, Gildy. Got your napkin tucked in your vest.
Yes.
Now go right ahead and finish, and then we'll have an exciting checker tournament. Evening, Marjorie.
Good evening, Judge.
How is our sweet little baby girl tonight?
Oh, she's fine. She's up in Leroy's room, Judge.
You moved Leroy out of his room?
Well, it was sunnier for the baby.
Oh, I see. Where's Leroy?
Out in the packing box.
Packing box? What's he doing out there?
Well, he and Unky had a quarrel.
Now, Marjorie, it isn't necessary to go into that.
He won't come in to supper. I wanted Unky to go out and get him.
I'll handle this, my dear.
Gildy, you ought to be ashamed of yourself leaving that boy out there without his supper.
I'll thank you to keep out of this, Hooker.
You're supposed to have more sense than Leroy. Although sometimes I doubt it. So if I were you...
If I were you, I'd mind my own business.
Well, that's the way you feel. I won't stay here and play checkers with you.
Good.
I'm going home right now.
Don't stop to eat any tin cans, you old goat.
And don't you eat any peanuts, you baby elephant.
Oh, Hooker.
Good night.
Old Budinsky. Well, gotta go finish my coffee. Probably cold by now.
Uncle Mort.
Yes?
I bet Leroy'd come in now if you could...
Marjorie, that's the last I want to hear about this. The matter is closed. Terminated. Or as they say in French, finis. In other words, I forbid any further conversation on the subject.
Okay.
The idea. A man can't even have...
Gildersleeve,
Yes, Bertie?
don't you think you ought to go out and call Leroy now?
What?
Poor little fellow sitting out in that packing box. Must be awful hungry by now.
Bertie, the subject is closed, and I want you to never mention Leroy's name again tonight. Is that clear?
Yes, sir. Did you have plenty to eat, Mr. Gildersleeve?
Yes, I did, Bertie. Thank you.
Plenty of roast beef, mashed potatoes, cornbread, and apple pie?
Yes, Bertie, thank you. I'm full of food.
Well, I know somebody who ain't.
Huh?
But I won't mention his name.
Now, Bertie?
Yes, sir. This somebody ain't had roast beef, mashed potatoes, cornbread, and apple pie, and he ain't had nothing to eat, but I won't mention his name.
Bertie, I told you.
I won't mention his name, but I'll give you a hint. He's a little fella, about 12 years old, sitting all alone in a packing box, but I won't mention his name.
Now, I said that...
Now, I know you can guess who it is, but I tell you one thing, it ain't the walking man.
Bertie?
It ain't his mother.
Bertie?
No, sir. It's somebody we all know. And he ought to be in here right now eating roast beef, mashed potatoes, cornbread, and apple pie, but I won't mention his name.
Time to go to bed. Why doesn't that boy come in? Wonder if he's all right. It's a little chilly out. Maybe I ought to... No. I asked him to come in once. If he wants to be stubborn and stay out there all night, let him. Won't hurt him. When I was a kid, I slept outdoors on colder nights than this. I kept warm. Of course, I was a little fatter. I'll go to bed, I guess. No use waiting up any longer. No, I'll just... Wonder who that is.
Hello, Throckmorton.
Eve, well, come in.
Thank you.
Well, Eve, I haven't seen you for a long time. You're looking wonderful.
Thank you.
How was your vacation?
Oh, like all vacations, a little too short. Throckmorton, I hope you don't mind my dropping in so late.
Mind? Not at all. Won't you sit down?
Thank you.
Well. I suppose you're the busy little principal again with school starting.
Oh, yes, I am. In fact, I'm just on my way home from a teacher's meeting now. Throckmorton, I understand you have a little addition to your family.
Yeah, a wonderful little baby girl. She's asleep right now.
And there's no news of the mother yet?
No, we haven't heard a word.
Isn't that a shame? Well, it's very nice of you to look after this baby.
Oh, I don't mind. In fact, it's a pleasure. Funny how quick you can get wrapped up in a baby like that. I spend all my spare time with her.
Yes. Throckmorton?
Yes?
There's something I wanted to talk to you about.
What's that?
Well, it's Leroy.
Leroy?
Yes. One of his teachers told me tonight he's been acting sort of moody and touchy. Have you noticed it?
Yes.
Well, it's perfectly natural for him to act this way. Young people usually do when there's a new child brought into the home, like this baby you found.
New child? Yeah.
Children are apt to be a little jealous. Sometimes they think they're losing their parents' love.
They do?
Mm-hmm. That's why you have to be especially tactful at a time like this. Be careful not to neglect them or show any preference for the new child. Of course, I know you wouldn't do that.
Oh, no.
You wouldn't make Leroy feel he wasn't wanted. You're too intelligent.
I am? I mean, oh, sure.
Certainly. You know, some parents misinterpret the child's attitude. They think he's just sulking or being stubborn. Sometimes the child's whole life is affected. A boy who feels he's unwanted may easily become a juvenile delinquent.
Huh?
Yes. In some cases, they even turn out to be criminals. Gangsters.
Gangsters?
But we don't have to worry about Leroy.
Of course not.
Well, it's late. I better be going. It was nice seeing you again.
Oh, thanks, Eve. Nice to see you.
Throckmorton.
Yeah?
I'm sure Leroy will be all right. I know you'll remember the children are human beings, too. Good night, Throckmorton.
Good night, Eve. Poor little Leroy. Why didn't I understand it? I could have ruined his whole life. I could have made him a gangster. Leroy! Leroy! I'm in. Leroy, are you there? He's gone. Probably out robbing a bank. And it's all my fault.
Hi, Unc.
Leroy, you all right?
Sure. How's the sleep?
Leroy, you're not going to be a criminal, are you?
Huh?
Nothing. Are you hungry, my boy?
No. Bertie brought me some dinner. I had roast beef, mashed potatoes, cornbread, and apple pie.
That's good. Hope you weren't too cold out here.
I'm okay. Bertie brought me some blankets, too.
Bertie's certainly been busy. Leroy.
Yeah?
I'm sorry I lost my temper. You know, sometimes your old uncle is a little thoughtless, but he doesn't mean to be.
That's all right, Unc. I'll be okay in the sewing room.
Thanks, Leroy. Well, how about coming in the house now and we'll go to bed?
Aw, can't I stay out here tonight, Unc?
What?
Sure, this is lots of fun. And I'll tell the kids tomorrow I slept in my clubhouse all night.
Well, all right, if you want to, my boy. Leroy, I just thought of something. How about you and me going fishing Saturday, all by ourselves?
Gee, that'll be swell. Just the two of us?
Sure. We men folks got to get off by ourselves once in a while, don't we?
Yeah.
Oh, we have lots of good times together, Leroy. Well, go to sleep now, Leroy.
Good night, Unc.
Good night, my boy. Good night, Kitty.
We'll hear from the great Gildersleeve again very shortly. Just one taste will tell you. Just one taste of a hot biscuit topped with parquet, and you'll know that this margarine is prepared like a rare luxury food. For parquet tastes like a luxury, tastes like it should cost twice as much. Parquet is nutritious and economical. Though parquet costs only about half as much as the most costly spreads, it gives you every bit as much nourishment, and it's fortified with 15,000 units of essential vitamin A. Tomorrow, get Parquet. Parkay, Parquet margarine made by Kraft. You'll love its delicate flavor on everything from waffles to toast. Because Parquet tastes like it should cost twice as much.
Leroy, are you asleep?
Huh? Oh, hello, Unc. What are you doing out here? Is it morning already?
No, it's only 2 a.m.
What's the matter?
Well, haven't been able to sleep, Leroy.
Why not?
Baby's been crying quite a bit. Keeps waking me up. Leroy.
Yeah?
There's room for both of us in this packing box. Move over.
The Great Gildersleeve is played by Harold Perry. It was written by Gene Stone and Jack Robinson with music by Jack Meakin. Included in the cast are Walter Tetley, Mary Lee Robb, Lillian Randolph, Bea Benaderet, Earl Ross, and Richard LeGrand. This is John Wall saying goodnight for the Kraft Foods Company, makers of the famous line of Kraft quality food products.
Me too. Good night.
And be sure to listen in next Wednesday and every Wednesday for the further adventures of the Great Gildersleeve.
Here's a suggestion to every homemaker. It's how to cut the cost of main dishes. Be a smart menu maker. Cook with cheese often. Cheese prices have come down. And cheese is a protein food, a main dish food. Actually, ounce for ounce, there is no other basic food that matches cheese for high quality, complete protein, for calcium, phosphorus, and other nutrients from milk. And Kraft's varieties of pasteurized processed cheese cook perfectly. There's medium mellow Kraft American and sharp Old English. Or for rich yet mild cheddar flavor, get Kraft's delicious cheese food Velveeta. To help balance your food budget, serve thrifty golden cheese main dishes often.
This is NBC, the national broadcasting company.
The Kraft Foods Company presents Harold Perry as the Great Gildersleeve. The Great Gildersleeve is brought to you by the Kraft Foods Company, makers of Parquet margarine. Millions of women all over America serve Parquet because it tastes so good. Why, Parquet tastes like it should cost twice as much.
To market, to get some Parquet. Home again, try it today. You'll like it, you'll love it, like millions who say their favorite margarine is
Parkay, Parquet margarine, made by Kraft. Well, let's see what Summerfield's water commissioner's doing this morning. He strides into the office full of purpose and breakfast, ready to accomplish great things.
La, 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 la. Ah, good morning, Bessie.
Good morning, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Nice to see you on the ball, Bessie.
On the what?
Nice to see you working.
Oh, that's why I'm here.
Bessie, where's that old water bill that bashful collector of ours couldn't get? The water commissioner's going to get it today or turn off somebody's water.
You are?
That bill must be 6 months old. Should have been brought to my attention long ago, Bessie. Where is it?
Right on your desk, Mr. Gildersleeve.
It is? How long's it been there?
6 months.
6 months, eh? Must be about halfway down this pile, then. What a neat desk Bessie keeps for me. Can't even see the water cooler over the top. Bessie, this pile has grown overnight. What are all these things?
Well, they came in the mail, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Huh? Let's see. Circular from the Mother's Helper Baby Laundry. How did they get my name? Hogan Brothers Tiny Tot Shop. Baby foods. You get a baby in the house and right away 500 salesmen know about it.
Oh, and by the way, there was one in early this morning. I told him to come back.
Who, Bessie?
A baby salesman.
Bessie, we don't have time for baby salesmen here at the office.
Oh, but this
You
one...
spend entirely too much time talking salesmen. That'll never get us anywhere, Bessie.
Got me 3 lunches last week. Remember that nice water hydrant salesman?
Bessie, let's find the water bill. That's another thing you have to learn. When you start something, follow it through.
Oh, I will, Mr. Gildersleeve. He's taking me to dinner tonight.
Bessie, see who that is. If it's that salesman, tell him I'm not in.
Tell a fib?
A business fib, Bessie.
Yes, sir. You say so, sir.
Hello again, miss. Is Mr. Gildersleeve in?
Well, I guess not. Besides, he isn't seeing any salesmen.
No, sir, I'm too busy. I'll bet Henry Kaiser doesn't talk to everybody.
Well, I don't have anything to sell him. I have something to give him. A little matter of $1,000.
$1,000? I'm not that busy. Bessie, what's the idea of telling people I'm not in?
Oh, but Mr. Gildersleeve.
Mr. Gildersleeve?
That's me, all right. Come in, Mr.
Armstrong.
Armstrong. Well, a fine old name. Come on in, Mr. Armstrong. We'll close the door. Bessie, I'm not in. $1,000, eh? Well, you're not the man who sold me that stock in the Old Faithful Oil Company in 1929, are you?
No, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Well, sit down, Mr. Armstrong.
Thank you.
Have a cigar.
Thank you. This is a $1,000 insurance policy I'm offering you.
Give me back that cigar.
Oh, but I'm giving you the policy, Mr. Gildersleeve, to hold in trust for your baby.
Oh?
Yes, it seems she has quite a few friends. They got together and bought her a little go-to-college policy.
Well, who did that?
An organization known as the Jolly Boys.
The Jolly Boys. Here's the cigar. Let me light it for you.
Oh, thank you.
The Jolly Boys. I knew they were fond of me, but I didn't think they were so crazy about my baby. Isn't that nice, thinking of my little baby?
Well, I helped them think of it.
Yes, well, I appreciate it. And so does the baby.
Well, now all you have to do, Mr. Gildersleeve, is fill out this form.
Be glad to. Let's see. Name of parent or guardian. Throckmorton. P. Gildersleeve. Residence, 217 Elm Street, Summerfield. Name of insured. Name of insured?
The baby's name.
I just happened to think. She doesn't have a name. I found her in the back of my car last month. Well, I did.
I know you did, but wasn't there some identification pinned on her?
Well, there was a pin, but no identification.
Well, what do you call her?
We call her Baby.
Well, when you have a name for her, just give me a ring at this number.
But
I'll hold the policy.
Oh, then I'll get on it right away.
Good day.
Good day, Mr. Armstrong. Bessie, get Judge Hooker on the telephone and tell him I'm coming right over.
Yes, Mr. Gildersleeve. And I found the delinquent water bill.
$1,000 for Baby. What water bill?
Well, the one you're going to collect today or turn off his water.
Stick it back in the pile, Bessie.
Oh, but Mr. Gildersleeve...
What do those delinquents expect me to do? Neglect my baby's education? Judge!
Well, hello, Gildy.
Judge, that was a nice thing. Nice thing you and the Jolly Boys did for the baby.
Oh, was the man over?
Very considerate of you, Judge.
Thank you, Gildy. Far-sighted, too. When she comes of college age, we want to be sure she has the proper start.
Well, that's nice.
Because if she's still in your care, Gildy, she'll need the money.
What?
Who knows? 18 years from now, you may not even be water commissioner. You may be hobbling around reading meters.
Now, see here, Hooker.
Only kidding, Gildy.
Well, don't kid so close to home. Judge, have you found out anything yet about the baby's family?
I'm checking, Gildy.
Checking? You've been checking for a whole month. We don't even have a name to put on the insurance policy.
Well, then, under the circumstances, my advice to you is to name her yourself.
Is that legal?
Temporarily, she's a member of your household, Gildy. So gather your little family around the conference table and name the infant.
Name the baby. Well, that should be fun.
Just one thing, Gildy. Let me admonish you to select a name with utmost care.
Oh, naturally.
It'll mean a great deal to the child as she grows and flowers into womanhood. I remember how much my name meant to me.
Horace Hooker?
Yes, Gildy. Horace Greeley Hooker for Horace Greeley.
Judge, what are you doing?
Opening the window. I've always taken that name very seriously.
Well, don't take it that seriously. Don't jump, Judge.
I'm not, Gildy. I'm just looking out over the horizon.
Oh.
Horace for Horace Greeley, that eminent early American journalist. It was he who advised a new generation, go west, young man.
Yes, yes.
As a matter of fact, his exact words were, and I quote verbatim, if you have no friends nor family to aid you, no prospect open to you there, turn your face to the great west. Gildy, where are you going?
I'm going west, Judge. Don't fall out of the window. Fine little dinner, Bertie.
Little?
Leroy, fold your napkin.
Another cup of coffee, Mr. Gildersleeve?
Coffee? Not tonight, Bertie. You can clear the table.
Yes, sir.
And join us as soon as you can, Bertie. You'll be interested in this little family conference.
Yes, sir. As soon as I get baby ready for bed.
Fine.
Uncle Mort, what's the conference all about?
Yeah, Unc, what's the big secret? I got things to do.
Well, children, you'll be happy to know that today the Jolly Boys presented me with a $1,000 go-to-college insurance policy.
Great, Unc. What subject you gonna take?
It's for the baby, Leroy.
The baby?
Oh, that's wonderful, Unky. So she can be a co-ed.
That's right. So tonight, we've got to decide upon a name for her.
A name?
Mm-hmm, that's right.
Okay. Mary. Conference over. So long, Unc.
Leroy, you come back here. We're going to give this a little thought. Marjorie, hand me the family album off the buffet.
Oh, that?
Well, it's not a bad idea to pick a family name. Thank you. lot of dead wood there. I'll take Aunt Sarah here. When they ran the railroad through her house, she picked up quite a little money. Might name her Sarah.
Oh, Unky.
And then there's Aunt Hattie.
Who's that holding the derby? The fat little boy in the tight pants.
Marjorie, that's me. I was still growing.
Oh, Unc, the album's no good. All the people in there are corny.
No.
I know, Unky, the telephone directory.
Telephone directory?
Well, naturally, I'll go look. A lot of people pick names out of the directory.
Well, I don't know.
Let's take one at random. How's Adele, Unky?
Adele? Well, keep going.
Hey, Unc, how about naming her after some movie star?
Well, I hadn't thought of that.
Sure, they give girls swell names. Jinx Falkenberg, Ginger Rogers, the Body McDonald.
Leroy.
Care to give me 35 cents, Unc? I'll catch a double feature and do a little research.
You'll sit right there, young man. And don't get any ideas about the movies until we're through.
Hello, Pauline? This is Marjorie.
Marjorie, what are you doing?
Oh, Unky, I just ran across an old girlfriend's name in the telephone book.
Oh, my goodness.
Pauline, I've got so much to tell you.
Marjorie, terminate the conversation.
Some other time. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Now, my dear, do you suppose we can continue the family conference?
Oh, of course, Unky.
Fine. What's that?
Oh, that's Red's horn. He said he might honk.
Marjorie, what about naming the baby?
Well, I won't be long, Unky. Red never has much gas.
Teenagers.
Unc, I've been sitting here like a good little boy. How about letting me go to the movies? I'll rake the leaves tomorrow.
All right, Leroy, you might as well go, too. Here.
Thanks, Unc. And I'll better come back with some swell names.
Well, don't come back with anything like Trigger.
Trigger Gildersleeve? Hey, not bad, huh?
Leroy, get out of here. All right, George, if you want to get something done, do it yourself. Oh, Bertie.
Yes, Mr. Gildersleeve, we're coming.
Well, the baby.
She just came in to say good night.
Great. Put the basket right here on the chair, Bertie. Maybe she'll have some ideas. We're going to give her a name, Bertie.
That's good. It's about time. Kitty, kitty, coo.
How are you this evening? That's a little girl. Shake hands with my finger. How do you do? What do you think you should be called, little girl? I don't think I can spell that. Bertie, do you have any ideas?
I tell you one thing, Mr. Gildersleeve. I think a person ought to have a name that fits.
Oh, I agree with that. What do you mean?
Well, just like they say in the horoscope books, follow the zodiac signs.
The zodiac signs?
Well, there's a sign to fit everything and everybody.
But we don't know her birthday.
Well, she's about 6 months old, so she could be a February Aquarius. That's the sign of the great president.
Now, Bertie, we're not going to call the baby George or Abraham.
Or she could be a March Pisces.
Pisces? Is that good, Bertie?
It is in this case. You're the water commissioner, and that's the water sign.
Well, now we're getting someplace. Baby, you're the water commissioner's little Pisces.
And on the other hand, she's got a lot of good traits that come under Gemini.
Gemini?
Of course, Sagittarius really fits because they're so friendly. I knew a stylish Sagittarius. And then there's Leo and Capricorn. Now, there's a good sign.
Bertie, we can't name the baby after all the signs.
I don't know, Miss Gildersleeve. That little roly-poly's got the good qualities of all 12. You may have to call her Gemini, Aquarius, Sally, Sagittarius, Leo, Capricorn, Gildersleeve.
All right, Bertie. A lot of cooperation a man gets around this house. Come on, baby. That's the best suggestion yet.
Be sure to stay tuned in tonight because Parquet Margarine has a big surprise for you. Have your pencil and paper handy, too. Then you'll be prepared for the big news that comes at the end of this program. Well, let's get back to the great Gildersleeve. His agile brain cells are still beating themselves against a stone wall as he tries to think of a name for the new baby. Perhaps a mid-morning cup of coffee will help.
Ah, hello, Peavy.
Hello, Mr. Gildersleeve. What can your friendly neighborhood druggist do for you this morning?
Well, I'll have a cup of coffee. And, Peavy, I want to thank you jolly boys for that go-to-college policy you bought for the baby.
She's a cute little guy. We were very happy to do it. We'll see its meeting tonight, won't we?
Oh, wouldn't miss it. Now, do you suppose you can serve me that hot cup of coffee?
Well, I see no reason why I can't. You know, a man was in here the other morning and he asked if we served eggs. I said, we serve everyone. No reflection, Mr. Gildersleeve. That was a little witticism.
That was a little witticism in 1890, Peavy. It's as old as your eggs.
Well, no, I wouldn't say that.
All right, Peavy, let's have the coffee. I have things on my mind.
Well, so have I. There you are.
Before I can even fill out the policy, I have to think of a name for the baby.
Well, every baby ought to have a name, Mr. Gildersleeve. Same as every drugstore ought to have a stamp machine.
Yep. What's this, Peavy?
At least the man said that.
Oh. Well, you can't send a girl to college without a name.
Well, the man may be right.
And the little family certainly didn't come up with anything.
It isn't exactly sanitary keeping stamps in the cash drawer.
Looks like it's entirely up to me.
And on the other hand, I don't know how my regular customers would feel about it.
Feel about what?
Putting 10 cents in the machine and only getting 9 cents worth of stamps.
Confound it, Peavy, we're not talking about stamp machines.
Well, I am. I've considered installing one for several months now.
Yes.
The man suggested I put it right over there by the news rack.
All right, Peavy, go ahead. Talk about your stamp machine. Get it all out of your system. Then maybe we can talk about a name for my baby.
Very well, Mr. Gildersleeve. I always enjoy talking about what the customer wants to talk about.
Fine. Any suggestion from you?
Well, I suggested we put it right by the door.
What?
The stamp machine.
Oh, my goodness.
You know, they're very ingenious machines. For a dime, you can get 3 threes. And for a nickel, you can get...
Peavy, for 2 cents,
pennies don't fit, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Oh! I'm getting out of here. Goodbye.
Hey, Commish, I've done everything a barber can do.
Thanks.
No, wait a minute.
Hmm?
There you are. Face looks like you've been shaving yourself, Commissioner. By the time you get here on Saturday, you don't need a shave. You need a vulcanizing job.
Now, Floyd.
Yeah. Now, up we go. What's the matter?
Dizzy.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Commish. You ain't been in for so long, I forgot how the blood rushes to your feet.
I wasn't quite ready to come up, Floyd. I was thinking.
Yeah?
Floyd.
Yeah?
Have you heard of any good girls' names lately?
Oh, so that's it. What's the matter, Commish? That Fairchild dame give you the sack?
Yeah, no, Floyd. As a matter of fact, I've been seeing Adeline more than ever.
Just branching out, huh?
What?
Well, maybe I can help you at that. Here's a little address book I found in the chair last winter.
Floyd!
Must have fell out of somebody's hip pocket.
Yep. I have no need for an address book. I only want to name the baby.
Oh, yeah? This one's loaded with babies. Get this.
Huh?
Maggie Simeon. Mimi Simpson. Sounds classy, Commish.
Put it away, Floyd. I'm not going to name the baby that way.
Okay, don't say I didn't try to help. Here, let me even up this sideburn. Say, Commish, if you're really stuck for a name, why don't you let me call the missus? Lovey's got swell ideas for names. She named herself.
Lovey?
Yeah.
Thanks, Floyd.
Well, you can't beat a woman's touch.
Well, you may have something there. Come to think of it, I haven't discussed the baby's name with Adeline. Might just drop by on my way home.
Oh, hold it then, Commish, while I get the scissors again.
What now, Floyd?
Well, if you're seeing Miss Fairchild, I better trim the lip with the fringe on top.
Oh, well. Not a bad idea. All right, Adeline. Take your time. See, better write a few names down before I forget them. Nancy. That was Bessie's suggestion. Mimi. Man scraping the bottom of the barrel when he starts getting names out of lost address books.
I'm sorry I kept you waiting, Throckmorton, but I didn't know you were coming, so I had to do a little primping.
Oh, well, no need to primp for me. I'm just a neighbor.
Well, I've always been one to encourage the good neighbor policy.
Well, nice perfume, Adeline.
Thank you, kind sir. It's frightfully expensive.
I like it.
Then I'll sit on this side of you. I put it behind my left ear.
The reason I came over, Adeline, is to get your help in naming the baby.
Oh, are you going to give the cute little darling a name?
Yeah, and it's even harder than you think. I've been racking my brain for 2 days.
Well, I don't see why it should be so difficult, Throckmorton. Why don't you name her after somebody near and dear to you?
Well, we sort of gave up on family names.
Throckmorton, the nearest and dearest, isn't necessarily a member of the family.
Ha.
Who's nearest and dearest to you?
Well,
Who'd you rather be with than anyone else?
Well, the Jolly Boys.
Throckmorton P. Gildersleeve, I like that. To think you prefer the company of the Jolly Boys to me.
I was only thinking of tonight, Adeline. It's our regular meeting night.
Oh, but
Now, Adeline, sit right down again. That's a girl. Ask me who's dearest and nearest 6 nights a week.
Oh, you. What have you been doing? You're writing a note on that envelope to little old me?
Oh, no. Those are just some girls' names.
Girls?
Well, yes, I am.
Carrying girls' names around on an envelope? Throckmorton, you fickle Yankee, you.
But Adeline.
Who's that Mimi?
Well, just a name I picked up in the barber shop.
Well.
I'm only looking for a name for the baby.
Well, don't come looking to Adeline. You can just go to those jolly boys you'd rather be with, or your jolly girls.
But Adeline.
Your hat, Mr. Gildersleeve.
All right. I will go to the Jolly Boys. Goodbye. Even when you're right, you can't explain things to a woman. This is going to work out great. The Jolly Boys furnish the policy. They have a right to help name the baby. Imagine Adeline wanting to name the baby after her. These vain women.
Hi, Commish.
Oh, Floyd, you're here early.
Yep. And since you phoned us about naming the baby, I've really been mulling it over.
You have?
Yeah, sit down, Commish. Now, look, before I give you my idea, here's a little something for the baby.
Oh, you shouldn't have done it, Floyd. Admit one, Floyd's Barbershop.
That's for a first hair bob, Commish, on the house. Yeah, now about the name. Look, Commish, me and the missus don't have no family, so I never had a kid named after me.
What's this, Floyd?
What do you think of Flo?
Flo, Floyd?
Yeah.
Well, I hadn't really thought that. Oh, hello, fellas.
Gilden, Floyd.
Hey, think it over, Commish, will you? Flo.
Yeah, well, come on in, Judge. Hello, Chief.
Yes, sir, Floyd.
Yeah, let's everybody open up a Coke, then we get on with the meeting, huh?
You have the opener, Chief?
Chief of police with a bottle opener? Ho, ho, ho. Floyd?
Here it is, Chief.
Gildy, may I have a word with you?
And what is it, Judge?
Well, Gildy, I've always considered myself very close to your little family. Now, about a name for the baby.
Yes, Horace?
What do you think of Hortense?
Hortense? Hortense. I don't know, Judge. I'll have to think that over. Well, let's call the meeting.
Commissioner, before you open the meeting...
Yes, Judge? Chief?
How about this name for the baby?
Yes, Donald.
It being a girl, what do you think of Donna?
Oh, my goodness. You too, Chief.
You asked for a suggestion.
Excuse me, Chief.
Huh?
Care for a Coke, Mr. Gildersleeve?
Well, thanks, Peavy. I can use one. Well, let's get the meeting underway, fellas.
Mr. Gildersleeve.
Yeah?
I've been giving the name quite a little thought, and I came up with quite a cute one.
All right. Out with it, Peavy.
What do you think of Pivette?
Oh, for goodness. And I thought women were vain. Pivette. What's the matter with all you fellas wanting to name the baby after yourselves?
Well, what's wrong with Donna? It's my mother's name over in Salinas.
Oh, Flo's better than that.
Perhaps we should open the meeting before...
Stay out of this, Hooker. Don't try to lawyer this thing.
Quiet, Floyd.
This is democracy at work.
Well,
Quiet, fellas. Shut up, everybody. I've already made my decision.
Yeah?
Until we can peacefully decide on a name, we'll go on calling her Baby.
Baby.
We shouldn't be fighting anyway.
Of course we shouldn't, fellas. We're all jolly boys.
No, I wouldn't say that.
You...
Oh, to heck with the name. Let's have a little song, huh? This one's for the kid.
Well, nice selection, Floyd.
Sweetest little baby, everybody knows.
Don't know what to call her, but she's mighty like a rose.
Looking for her mother,
Wonder who she is.
With
eyes
eyes
so shiny blue, make you think that heaven is coming close to you.
Coming close to you.
Well, the great Gildersleeve has to have a name for the baby. There's no doubt about that. And that means news for you. Tonight, Parquet announces a series of weekly big prize contests. By naming the Gildersleeve Mystery Baby, you can win a new 1949 Ford and maybe a grand bonus prize of $1,000 in cash. Just listen to all these prizes. 4 big, beautiful, streamlined Ford sedans will be won each week for 5 weeks. 20 Fords in all. And every week for 5 weeks, Parquet will also award
40 General Electric table radios, 20 Corey coffee makers, 20 Toastmaster automatic pop-up toasters, 60 new $10 bills. That's 721 prizes in all.
And remember, the person who sends in the name finally chosen gets $1,000 in addition to his 1949 Ford. So think of a name for the Gildersleeve Mystery Baby. She's a small, blonde baby girl. Then write your choice on an entry blank. They're available at your food dealers with complete contest rules. Or if you prefer, you can use a plain piece of paper. Send entry with one red flap from the end of a package of Parquet margarine and your name and address to Parquet Margarine, Box 736, Chicago 77, Illinois.
Be sure to enclose your name and address of your Parquet dealer.
Remember, get an entry blank from your dealer. Don't forget the red end flap from a package of Parquet. Go after one of those 2019-49 Fords. They're big, handsome, high-powered. Today, send your entry to Parquet Margarine, Box 736, Chicago 77, Illinois. Hurry, the first week's contest closes at midnight, October 16th.
Well, little baby, did you hear that? We've asked all our friends to help find a name for you. You like that, eh? Makes you feel pretty important, doesn't it? Well, there'll be a lot of fine names coming in to choose from. So please, folks, send in your names for Baby. Old Uncle Mort needs help on this thing. Well, I do. Good night, folks.
These days, it's a wise homemaker who cooks with cheese. Cheese prices have come down. Cheese is a bargain in nutrition. Actually, cheese is a main dish food, a protein food. Ounce for ounce, no other basic food matches cheese for high-quality, complete protein, for calcium, phosphorus, and other nutrients from milk. Kraft's pasteurized processed varieties are always smooth-melting, perfect for cooking. Ask for medium mellow Kraft American, sharp Old English, or for rich yet mild cheddar flavor, get the famous cheese food Velveeta. Be wise. Serve thrifty, golden good cheese dishes often.
This is NBC, the National Broadcasting Company.